In this practice, we will annotate a structural plan by adding align dimensions for the grid line locations and radial dimensions for the curved beams. We will also add text notes to the plan and detail view and multi-rebar annotation to an elevation callout. Open structural dimension RVT file from the practice files folder. In the project browser, right-click on the structural plan's TOS first floor view and select duplicate view duplicate. Rename the view to TOS first floor -dimensioned. In the view control bar, change the scale to 1/16 of an inch equals 1 foot. In the Annotate tab, Dimension panel, or Quick Access toolbar, click Aligned Dimensions. In Type Properties, duplicate the arrow -3 30-seconds aerial dimension style and call it 3 30-seconds aerial typical. In the Primary Unit section, enter typical next to dimension suffix and click OK. Click Modify. Let's save the project. While remaining in the TOS first floor dimension plan, start the Align Dimension command. In the Type selector, select 3 30-seconds aerial typical. Dimension the elevator walls on the north side of the building. Staying in the Dimension command, in the Type selector, change the dimension style to arrow -3 30-seconds aerial. Zoom out or pan to see the grid lines 1 and 11. Dimension from grid line 1 to grid line 11, and then click out to the right of grid line 11 to create one overall dimension. While you are still in the Dimension command, select grid line 1 and continue selecting the other grid lines in sequence without stopping until you select grid line 11. When you get to the end, click on the right of the string to place the dimensions. Add an overall dimension vertically from grid line A to grid line H and the sequence dimensions from grid line A to grid line H. Modify the location of the grid markers as needed. In the Modify, Place Dimension tab, Dimension panel, click Radial, and add radial dimensions to the 4 circular bays. First click the arc beam, then click away from the arc beam to place the dimension. Look around to see if there's overlapping in text. Select the text and move it to an open area where it can be read. Let's save the project. Open Elevation Building Elevation North View. Zoom in on the foundation wall between grid lines 5 and 7 where you see the Area Reinforcement tag. In the View tab, Create Panel, click Callout. In the Type selector, select Detail. Let's draw the callout. When you use the Detail callout type, it automatically displays the rebar. If you use the Elevation type, you will need to modify the view visibility state of the rebar of that view. In the project browser, in the Detail Views Detail node, rename the new view to Foundation Rebar Elevation and open it. Drag the level head away from the crop region for clarity. In the Annotation tab, Tag panel, expand multi-rebar and select Align multi-rebar annotation. Select the top rebar set, and then move the cursor outside the crop region and click to place the annotation above it. Take a look, every instance of the rebar is set automatically dimensioned with the overall dimension added. Click Modify, and let's save the project.